Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. See by title below, this is on episode 6 of Bungou Stray Dogs. Yes, the episode has come out on time this time. It was subbed on time, not like last week where it was pretty much, the subbing took quite a while because it did come out when it was supposed to. I remember when it's like another week with 2 episodes, which it's good but bad because we had to wait so long for the last one. But pretty much obviously it's no longer Wednesdays, it's always going to be on Fridays from now on. It's just last week it took a long time for it to get subbed, and that's the reason why it came out Monday instead. But luckily this week it was subbed on time, and hopefully it continues to do that, because come on, I just want my Bungou Stray Dogs. I want it subbed, I want it out on time, and I want to enjoy it, because so far things have gotten pretty crazy. The first episode, straight up in the action, definitely enjoyed it. And guess what, we're not leaving the action yet. This episode had a whole shitload of action. Things are just going down. I can understand why it may feel kind of a fast pacing, obviously, because they used 4 of the episodes on that other arc, so now they only have this amount more episodes. But so far, for me at least, I think the pacing may be fast, but it's still going at a good pace for me. Everything's going down, all the action's going down. It's a war, it's a battle. This particular episode was, of course, pretty much the last episode was more of the start of everything. This episode is the Port Mafia making their first move. Maybe the next episode will be the Guild, because we don't really know what Fitzgerald has planned after everything that's happened in this one. But it should definitely be interesting to see how this arc continues going forward. This episode in particular started off with obviously showing 2 of the Guild members being on the ship, Nathaniel Hawthorne and Margaret Mitchell, to which, of course, they get a letter. They get a letter from the Port Mafia boss pretty much saying, guess what, your ship's gonna blow up. Guess what else, you both are gonna die. And of course, at first Margaret Mitchell pretty much feels like, there's nothing wrong with that, they're not gonna do that, it's just a joke or something, a prank. No, it's not, it is a threat. Hawthorne sees it, she doesn't see it. Of course, what happens is the security finds someone. Guess what? It's our lemon guy again. The guy that makes lemon bombs that we saw in the last season. Yeah, he's back in this one. And they think they caught him. They think, that they ruined the plans. Guess what? That was part of the plan. He throws the lemon bomb at him. But guess what? The lemon bombs don't hurt him. We've already known that. And guess what? Yeah, that huge shipment you have with the helicopter, that's an explosion, and there's a bunch of lemon bombs. It's raining lemon bombs on the ship. The whole ship blows up. So there goes the Guild's base, considering that is literally their base. They don't have a base on land. They only have the ship. So it should definitely be interesting to see what's going to happen now to the Guild, now that they don't have their base, their main base. Maybe that's why Fitzgerald isn't on there. Maybe he is acquiring a new base. That would be a possibility of what's going on. It would make sense. But yeah, pretty much you think, yeah, sure, they destroyed the base, but how are they going to take out these 2 Guild members? I was thinking that because obviously in the last episode, those Guild members took out both the agency guys and, of course, one of the executives of the Port Mafia out like it was nothing. So I was like, what's going to happen this time? Who are they going to send? Guess what? Who they send? It's Octagawa. It seems like he's like the strongest one. They have a bunch of executives, but they send Octagawa instead. I'm not too sure. Like, Chuya is supposed to be really strong as well. I'm pretty sure they could have sent Chuya for that. And I actually know. I was going to say, they can't really send Octagawa for what Chuya's mission was, because you know how he is. He would just attack and try and kill everyone. So it does make sense there. We still don't really know what happened to the other executive woman either. The one that Dazai tortured, I guess, if they have her in custody or just left her. So that's still another question, what happened to her from the last episode. Maybe we'll learn about that in another episode, but did not learn about her in this one. But pretty much Octagawa goes there, even though he is hurt. Obviously, we do see that in this, fight as well, where he spits out blood and everything. But he literally just takes them out. Like, Margaret Mitchell, like, her wind power was like nothing. Like, I thought it was going to be a pretty crazy battle. Maybe it was because he ambushed them, but he just like slaughtered all the workers there, including her. And I don't know, one thing though is like, she lived through so many attacks. I thought she was dead like 3 times already in this episode. Like, what the hell? She could still be alive for all I know in the end of this one, because we don't really see the ending results of this battle. So it was kind of like, what the hell? But it was pretty cool to see the pretty crazy intense battle between Akutagawa and Hawthorne, because their abilities were similar in a lot of the ways they attack, and it was pretty cool to watch them go back and forth. And comes to the point where obviously Mitchell is also still alive, and she pretty much tells him, you don't know humiliation and defeat. And I'm like, oh, don't say that. He definitely knows that, and he just gets pissed off, annihilates them. We get a little bit more about how he feels and everything, about how he just wants that one word from a certain person kind of thing. We all know who that is. And of course, in the end, he literally just starts to obliterate them. It looks like he may get, lose after he shows his sickness and everything, but no, that ain't gonna stop him. He's spitting out blood, but guess what? It doesn't matter. He may be hurt, but it doesn't matter. And it looks like he almost kills, he's about to kill Hawthorne, but guess what? Margaret Mitchell's still alive somehow. Don't know how. Is she dead now? I still don't know, but we don't know fully what happens, because it looks like she does block it, so Hawthorne may still be alive, but it ends the battle right there. So I'm not too sure. We'll probably see that in the next episode to see if Akutagawa was successful in completely annihilating them, or if they're both still alive and really hurt, and then of course, after the second half of this episode was pretty much Chuya going to the agency's base, obviously, because the agency, the boss pretty much gave their location away. That's pretty much what happened. And now Chuya is coming in here. We get to see his power, which is of course gravity manipulation, which it looks like it's gonna be pretty badass. It sucks that we couldn't see more of him fighting, but I'm pretty sure, considering most of the forefront fighters of the the agency are out, not there, he might just be able to kill them all, to be honest. I don't know, maybe not, but his plan, the reason why they sent him is pretty much they are trying to tell them Port Mafia, still part of the Port Mafia boss's plan, is that obviously he gave information to the guild. 2 guild members are on the way to attack Naomi and some other girl, I'm not too sure who she is. And obviously he's telling them, you can go attack them and everything. And at first they're like, oh, it's a trap for the guild. They're like, oh, why should we, kind of thing. Maybe we shouldn't, kind of thing. They're really trying to think that, but obviously, Rampo even notices that obviously it's not a lie, and obviously they are about to attack Naomi. So the only people close enough to go and stop them is of course Kunikita and Tanizaki, which should definitely be a pretty awesome episode to see in the next one. Another battle already set up for us, this time not between the Port Mafia and the guild, but between the guild and the agency. So it should be interesting, especially considering Tanizaki's sister is there and in danger. So we might see him just go crazy like he did, super mad like we did in the last time we saw all of them fighting and both getting really hurt. So it should be interesting to see, because we've already seen 2 guild members fight. We've already seen that Akutagawa them were able to, he was able to take them out by himself. So will Kunikita and Tanizaki be able to take out these 2 guild members who we've already seen? We never saw their, powers, but we saw them completely take out both an executive of the Port Mafia and Kunikita before, prior to this, and a bunch of them. So I'm not too sure how that battle will go. It should definitely be interesting to see. Maybe Dazai then will come along as well, but I think they're too far away. But yeah, overall, I'm definitely excited to see the next episode. This episode already, great action scene in the beginning, great moves by the Port Mafia, already setting up for another intense, crazy thing to happen in the next episode. And honestly, Port Mafia makes their first move. What's going to happen in the next episode? Will we see the guild making their next move? Will we see the agency making their move? May see the guild, probably not the agency, obviously, because they have their hands full right now. But I'm predicting maybe because this one had a battle and something else. The next episode probably gonna have a battle and maybe the guild attacking the Port Mafia. I'm not too sure, but it should definitely be an exciting episode to say the least. Because so far these 2 episodes have been awesome. I love the 4 first episodes of the other arc. That was crazy. And so far for this new arc, the guild arc back in this the current timeline, the first 2 episodes have been pretty good for me, and I cannot wait to see if it continues to be just as good for the coming episodes. But yeah, that's all I really got to say, guys. So hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And yeah, till next time, guys. Hopefully it does come out subbed on time, because literally if it doesn't, I'm gonna be mad because I want my Bungo Stray Dogs. So yeah, till next time, guys. See ya.